Hi heathens! So today's video is the end of month wrap up for October. Normally during these videos I do like a full face of makeup using various products from the various boxes, but today I kept it super light. I used the Trestique highlighter that I got from Ipsy, the Mellow Brow Gel, the Benefit They're Real Mascara, and the Betty Boop Lipstick. I have something going on right here. What's happening? Anyway, so I kept it really simple today, and the main reason is because I didn't want anything to distract from what I'm saying, because today's video, while I am really excited about the boxes I got, and there's a tie. It's a very definitive tie. No, you know what? I think I'm just going to give it to BoxyCharm anyway, because as much as I loved Ipsy Plus, my favorite item in it was the little highlighter, and I'm trying not to be bothered by this because this was my choice item, so it's kind of my fault. But the main thing I want to talk about is some of the drama that happened this month with one of my subscription boxes. So for those of you who may have seen when I did my YesOhYas unboxing, which is why I do all of them first impressions on the camera, the moisturizer that they had sent had somehow, I assume it was the moisturizer, had somehow leaked out of the package and gotten all over the box compartment for this eyeshadow palette. Now, I have thrown the box compartment away. I cleaned it off, but that was the main reason I did not use this palette in this video, because as far as I'm concerned, as much as this palette was nice, YesOhYas was not even a contender for having the best box. And as much as the Birchbox being only samples made me sad, YesOhYas took the cake with worse this month. And so it started out with the moisturizer being all over everything, which of course was disappointing. But then I move on to this Sorbet lipstick. And for anyone who didn't watch that video, it has little bumps of some sort, I hope they pick up in this light, all over it. So it was just a double whammy for me. So I reached out to YesOhYas via email and via Instagram, which I have done on occasion before, and I have had no issues with their customer service. Yeah. Come here. No? Come here? Okay, whatever. Especially for being a, newer, smaller subscription box brand in comparison to BoxyCharm and Ipsy and Birchbox and all that. They were very attentive. But I had, a couple months ago, and I tried to kind of ignore it, I had watched a few videos about some drama involving YesOhYas, and evidently they were trying to, in so few words, they were trying to prevent other subscription boxes from getting bigger by telling other brands that they wanted, exclusivity for their products. So I didn't acknowledge any of that. I was trying to look into it a little bit, but I was like, you know what? It seems like they're on the up and up now. Everything's been pretty good. Their customer service is pretty high. So, just like normal, I reached out to them about these things. A couple months ago, however, I had received an eyeshadow palette that had a broken shadow. They had explicitly told me that someone would be in touch to get it resolved. Now, I don't know if that meant a partial refund, a new product, a separate product as reimbursement. I wasn't sure. But I was just like, okay, that's fine. That's great. No one ever got in touch with me. But I actually really enjoyed that palette, so I let it go because it was just one shade. I repressed it myself. It wasn't really impacting the way that I could use the palette. So fast forward to this, and a week goes by and I don't have a response on Instagram or email. And I'm a little upset because even bigger brands that have a lot more people to respond to tend to respond within 2 to 3 business days. And this was 7. So I sent another email saying that unfortunately, you know, if the issue could not be resolved, then I wanted to just go ahead and cancel my subscription, because if I could not at least receive acknowledgement of what was going on, and the lipstick kind of lended itself towards some other things that I have seen that suggest maybe they're sending out old and now expired products. Now granted, this doesn't look like mold, which another person said on their Instagram that theirs had. Like mold in the traditional sense. I don't know what it is, and I don't know what would cause this, because they're not like sweat bumps. They're not whatever, because I've had lipstick that sits right here in front of this mirror and it'll get little sweat bumps, and you do that and they're gone. These are like solid actual bumps. Anyway, I also reached out to Sorme, and they are supposed to be sending me a replacement. So thumbs up to Sorme for stepping in to resolve that. So I sent the email asking for cancellation on the 27th, and they automatically renew on the 1st, like first thing in the morning. I've had it come out of my account sometimes at 4 in the morning. So they're never gonna miss that. I got an email response at 11:39 on October 31st. So with barely 21 minutes to spare, and all it said was that my cancellation request was confirmed, and that if I wanted to sign back up, that this is how I could do it. So November, there will not be a YesOhYas box, and that is why. I expect a certain level of customer request, and since I work in customer request, a certain level of customer service, and since I work in customer service, I don't feel like my expectations are very unreasonable, and I do understand, you know, sometimes wait times, I understand being out of product, I understand a lot of things, but I don't understand completely blowing off your customers to the extent of no acknowledgement, no response until they request to cancel. So there will not be a YesOhYas box for the month of November. I will just have the ones that I had in October sans that, and we will see how that goes. I have another few videos already in mind to help cushion some of the in-between. And I hope this video doesn't come across too negative. The other boxes were great. Birchbox, I expect samples, just not all samples. BoxyCharm really blew me away with this. The eyebrow gel, that Dose of Colors palette was incredible. I really love this lipstick. This was the Betty Boop and Ipsy collab in Mauve It Baby. It's amazing. And for a regular bullet cream lipstick, it lasts. So, yeah, I was really happy with everything. I'm really excited for what November is going to bring. Oh, that brings me to my next point. November is going to change a little bit. So, I want y'all's opinion. Should I compare Ipsy and Ipsy still and do a full face? Or should I do Ipsy Plus separately when I get it and then compare it to BoxyCharm? Because BoxyCharm will be raising their price in November to $25 a box. But it's also going to be a little bit bigger, like an actual size. So presumably bigger and better items. And they are going to start sending foundation sample cards so that you can pick your closest shade match. And some point down the line, they will be sending actual foundations in their box, which to me is pretty exciting, because if it's the same type of brands that they send product normally. These are foundations that I would never purchase for myself, just sheerly because of price. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm wondering how they're gonna incorporate like different skin types and stuff like that. So let me know your thoughts down below. Should I do like Ipsy versus BoxyCharm and a comparison video of which one was the best at a $25 value? Or should I keep doing it the way that I'm doing it? So I guess that's it for that. Sorry for the negativity. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!